What is up, chatbots and digital marketing podcast listeners? This is Carl Schickert, and I'm back again with another fantastic interview with a guy who's actually running a very successful local marketing and Facebook ads agency in San Diego. His name is Dino Gomez. And in this interview, it was fun. I got to know Dino a little bit more, got to get some of his experience and knowledge. He also gave away some incredibly good nuggets on how to get referrals in his business and become known as the local marketing guru in his area, where he just got leads hand over fist in his business and has created multiples of six figures in his business in billable assets every single month. So guys, make sure you put yourself somewhere where you can listen to this webinar, or sorry, not webinar, this podcast, and make sure you take some notes, because there was some good, incredible nuggets there. I know a lot of people that listen to our podcast are digital marketers, digital nomads, and own local and also national and global digital ads agencies or digital or agencies where they sell local marketing stuff to different companies or digital marketing stuff to companies. So if that's you, this is definitely going to be a killer podcast for you to listen to. Either way, there's tons of nuggets in here. I really enjoyed my time with Dino, and I hope that you guys get a lot of content out of this. So without further ado, let's take it back to myself and we'll get started with the interview. What is up, chatbots and digital marketing podcast members? This is Carl Schickert. You are on episode number 11. Oh my gosh, we've had so many phenomenal interviews, and I'm super excited about today's interview. I'm actually going to be bringing on Dino Gomez, and I just gave you a little bit of background about Dino. So after 6 months, he worked in a cubicle of 6 months, the normal 9 to 5 job, just over broke type of job. He quit and set his sights out to start in the SEO and start an SEO agency, search engine optimization, if you don't know what SEO stands for. And within the first 2 years, he had broken the six-figure mark as a solo entrepreneur. Give him a couple more years, and a few years later, Dino started realizing that clients wanted leads, not rankings. And he began incorporating Facebook ads into his marketing strategy and quickly added another six figures to his bottom line just by adding ad and lead optimization. Fast forward a few more years, and Dino has one of the best track records in the industry and has hundreds of reviews from people all across the globe. Dino is a coach in the Lab Mastermind. He also speaks at events around the world, including the big Chiang Mai SEO conference on how marketers should use Facebook ads. And he also runs a blog called Dynamic. Did I pronounce that right? Dynamic 360, and has several hundred thousand views on YouTube, and runs Dynamic Internet Marketing Incorporated. So Dino, super excited to see you here. How's it going, man?
Hey, Carl, I appreciate you having me on board. It's going really well, man.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you here. I know you're coming in from my old neck of the woods in Carlsbad, San Diego, California. I'm envious. It's beautiful there. Obviously, I live in Lake Tahoe, and it's actually a beautiful day today. So I guess we both get to enjoy the sun. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Like what got you started? You were in the corporate environment, working in a cubicle. Maybe you had somewhat of a window to look out of, but maybe you were just penned up. Tell us about that job and
there were zero windows. I need to make that clear right from the get-go. Zero windows. I might have stayed if there was one window. but no, yeah, it was I was quite a while ago. I was fresh out of college and was lucky enough to land a job. It was kind of like when the economy was tanking, and so everybody was struggling to get a job. I was lucky to land one, and it was a direct response marketing firm, and they hired me as they wanted to start a digital department, and so they hired me to be like their digital marketing coordinator, their first employee in this department. And so yeah, I was there 6 months. There were zero windows. The walls were white. It was a cubicle. The employees were cool. Like I had some cool coworkers and stuff, but it was. I mean, coming out of college, the difference between that transition, it hit me hard, and I was like, there is no way I'm doing this, for another 40 years. And so, yeah, 4 months into being there, I kind of realized, okay, time to get out, started planning my escape, so to speak, and landed a couple side clients. And by the 6-month marker, I gave my 2-week notice and was off doing my own thing.
Nice. So you just got sick of it. You knew that this wasn't for you. What was the thing that made you do your own thing? Did you run into a course or get some mentorship, go to an event? There must have been something there. I mean, usually, there's probably some sort of decision that you made where you were like, you know what? Because I know for me, like in 2007, I met a marketer, and after that point, after I met the marketer, I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I immediately was like, I'm stepping into my greatness, and I don't care what people think, this is what I'm gonna do. But for you, what was your journey? Like, what happened? What did you see, or what changed that?
That's a great question, because it is eight years ago, and I know it was just my happiness level had just tanked, kind of, me being there. And I think really what it did is I'm someone who always likes to take calculated risks. And so when you have a job, like the question I think everybody should ask themselves is, if I were to go leave this day job and start my own gig, right? If the worst thing happened where I was unsuccessful, can I get another job again to like maintain like just living, right? Your mortgage or expense or rent or whatever it is, right? And so that's what I asked myself. I was like, okay, if I try this out and go at it 100% and it fails, like, can I get another job and be back where I was in a different cubicle down the street? And I was like, yes. I was pretty confident like I could get another job. And so I was like, okay, so what happens if I make it? If I make it, then it's ultimate freedom and like the lifestyle I want and all these, different facets. And so I was like, okay, there's low risk, high reward decision here to go for it. And so I think it was kind of just me at analyzing that. And so I was like, okay, like, let's just give it a whirl. I grabbed a couple side clients, so I had a little bit of side income already coming, and knew if I had quit, I'd have all my time, and then I could really go after trying to get a couple more clients, and then just grinded it out for the first little bit, and started going.
So how fast were you able to find your first clients?
I had my first 2 clients while I was still at the job. And so, I got those on board. And then when I took off, gosh, I kind of forget how quickly I landed them. But I mean, word started to spread pretty quickly. I mean, what I'll say is that one of my favorite ways, I think, for people just starting out to get clients, and this is a strategy I implemented, is incentive-based referral marketing, which is simply what I did is as soon as I left, I reached out to all my friends and family and acquaintances, and I let them know from the get-go, hey, I'm starting my own company. Here's what I do. Here's how I help businesses. If you happen to know any business owners, if you send them to me, if they become a client, I'll give you 10% reoccurring commission for the life of that contract. And so I reached out to everybody, and it kind of created like a little mini MLM almost. And so pretty soon all my friends and family members are like outside sales reps. They're like commission-based sales reps all of a sudden. So they're sending me referrals, and referrals close really easily because they're word of mouth. And so I landed a couple clients like that. And to this day, I still have a close buddy that I pay thousands of dollars to a month because he likes to send us business. And so I just thought that was a great little strategy. And that's kind of how it got going, is I can say that. Yeah.
Awesome. That's actually a huge nugget for our listeners right there, what you were saying. I mean, a couple of things I want to point out, but one of them was calculated risk. So basically you didn't actually jump out full time until you had a couple of clients and you're like, I can do this. I've already got a couple of clients. And then we said it's like a little MLM, but really it's affiliate marketing. Because I don't know if you have like 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 tiers, because that's what makes multi-level. But when you have one level, that's affiliate marketing, and that's actually genius. So really commend you for kind of coming up with that idea. It's something that I personally haven't even thought about, even for our clients and stuff, our clients' clients. So great idea. It's like a bird dog fee. You pay them to refer people to you, and also incentivizes. It's an incentivized referral network versus just telling people, can I have some referrals? That never works. So Yeah, awesome. Do you do any other type of referral ideas, or do you do anything else? Like, do you do, I don't know, bonuses or cash prizes or anything outside of the box besides that? I mean, that was still out of the box, but
That's a great question, and no, not at this point we don't. Um, yeah, haven't thought of any ideas like that. But what is funny about that uh, commission-based referral incentive type of thing is it got really funny on Facebook because every now and then somebody's on Facebook and they write on their wall, hey, do you know an SEO expert? Do you know a Facebook ads guy? Do you know a bot messenger expert, a web designer, whatever it is? And so whenever if somebody would drop a question like that, my friends would be hopping in. It was kind of like somebody, working to get affiliate commission for anything else today. But they're hopping in saying, yeah, I got a guy. Mine's the best. I guarantee it. But they're all going to recommend the same person. But you could see them fighting over, like, let me be the referral. It was kind of funny just to see it go. But then what would happen in those situations, of course, is that person looking for somebody would talk to them all and they would all be referring us. And so the decision was really clear for them at that point. But yeah, no super bonuses or prizes or anything like that. But that would certainly be an interesting one. Might be something for us to explore.
So the one thing too that I've learned a long time ago in sales when it comes to referrals is they're easier to close because they're being referred because like even Yelp, for instance, you make your decision off of what other people say that you don't even know who they are. But you're just reading through their recommendations that they like this place or they didn't like this place. They may have not the same taste buds as you or anything like that, but the barrier of entry for the sell or the close is a lot lower, especially when it's coming from people that you already know, like, and trust. So there's basically kind of shifting that power. So the power of referrals are huge. I'm really glad you brought that up. And also congratulations on figuring that out and becoming sort of the leader in your industry, SEO, starting out as an SEO, but now you've kind of transitioned into Facebook, not kind of, you've transitioned into Facebook ads and lead ads and all, and messenger bots and all that stuff. Where did you see the, the conversions there? I mean, was it just because SEO is not that it's played out, it's definitely something we all need to be thinking about with our businesses, but that there's a lot of people offering those types of services. So where was like a decision where things changed, and then how did that affect your personal income?
Yeah. So great questions. Well, it was honestly like 4 or 5 years ago when we started like dabbling with Facebook ads. Closer to 5 years ago. If you guys want to see something funny, I have one of the worst YouTube tutorials on Facebook ads from 5 years ago when I was uncomfortable on camera and awkward and all these things. But I'm teaching people, here's how you set up retargeting ads, because I was like, it doesn't matter what you do, every business should at least be doing retargeting ads. And so I had one of the first videos on YouTube teaching anything related to Facebook ads. Yeah, we started playing with it a little bit, and it was funny. We just launched some campaigns and for some clients, and it was the easiest sell in the world. Like, it was just such an easy sell. We've said, hey, there's this cool new platform. We can get targeted by demographics and ages and locations and genders and radiuses and all these interests and all these things. It's super cheap. We can reach 10,000 people for a couple bucks. Like, do you want to blast this out? It's way better than radio and television. Plus, we'll have analytics behind it. So we had like these. I would just send these 3 or 4 sentence emails to clients. Do you want to try this out? I was like, we'll do it for free. You just want to try it out. We want to work on this with you. So the clients always responded, yeah, let's give it a whirl. Like, here's, $500, put it into it. Let us know what happens. And so we started doing that, and explosions started happening where clients were getting back to us like, what did you do? Business has doubled and tripled and all these crazy things in a matter of just weeks. And so that's when light bulbs started going off. Was like, wow, like, this isn't organic. We're not having to wait 6 months, like, and it's happening quickly, and it's cheap, and it's affordable, and it's measurable, it's calculable, all these things. And so that's when we're kind of like, okay, this is something. And so yeah, we just kind of started rolling with it from there, and of course started charging for the service and knew the value of it and could prove the value of it. And so we started charging a lot for it. And so yeah, income really quickly that first year, just offering Facebook ads as an option, added quick 6 figures to what was a small agency. It was like me and like 1 or 2 virtual assistants. Added quickly a couple 6 figures to our income just by offering Facebook ads. And so it was, it was great. It was fun. Still is.
So it's like just like a simple little line item that gets massive results, and people will pay for those results, no problem whatsoever. Cool. I like it. Also too, like I know we were talking a little bit about Messenger. What kind of Messenger strategies, like Messenger marketing strategies, you're currently using? Just because we're Chatbots and Digital Marketing Podcast, would love to hear if you have any tips or nuggets on that.
Yeah. So we run campaigns. We do national campaigns for bigger clients, but we also work with a lot of local clients. And the bot messenger we see works really well for both instances, national campaigns, bigger, larger brands, as well as local clients. But what we see, if we're going to talk about, let's just say the local space, because I know most people operate in that space, local clients is like these brick and mortar stores, whether it's gyms or dentist offices, where people have to walk through the door. These messenger campaigns are extremely powerful, because traditionally what people do with Facebook ads is they have an ad and they drive traffic to a landing page, and they normally collect like name, email, and telephone number. Sometimes it's really hard for the dentist or the gym or something like that to call the leads back all the time. And so the messenger campaigns are so powerful, because it's basically like text messaging. As you know, people get the notification right here on their phone, right? And everybody checks it, and ridiculous open rates. And so it's almost better to drive traffic from use Facebook ads to drive them to a bot messenger, and then just drip out reminders to these guys. Hey, come on in for your gym pass. Come on in back to the hair salon. Those types of things. So we see that application really is great.
So you're mainly using it for like bottom of the funnel, like remarketing, come back to our site with like a coupon code or something like that?
We mostly use it like as reminding people and helping them through the door of like a brick and mortar, in the sense of like, somebody might sign up to a Pilates studio because they want to check out a Pilates studio, but they don't check their email and they forget what the name of the Pilates studio was or where they were located. And so with the bot messenger, it's like you can send them a quick message that's like, here's our address. And what's so powerful about that, right, is versus email, is they're going to check it and see it on their phone. And now all of a sudden they have driving directions on their phone to literally navigate them in. And so it's going to help convert people coming into the retail store more so than like email would, following up via email. So that application we've seen has just been awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that strategy. It works really good. That's fun. Cool. So this like towards the end of the podcast at this point, guys. So what I want to do is just kind of the fast part at the end. One is there a book that you recommend that you like? Like, what's your favorite book in business?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say it's not gonna be too exciting to anybody out there or anything. Everybody's heard it a million times, but I'm gonna say Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. That one was a big one for me. I really enjoyed it.
That is a good one. It's actually on my desk.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. It is. It's amazing. It really is. So. Yeah.
Also too is I'll just ask this question. It's a good one. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece of advice I've ever been given, it is probably to focus on your customers and your clients' results above all else. Like, and less on like marketing yourself, but more on just your clients and the results you can get them. Same with your customers or students or whoever. Because that becomes your marketing engine for you, and so yeah, I think that's in a day and age where everybody's so fast to want to go out there and just make a ton of money. I think if you do that fundamentally first, I think that will help you in the long run.
Nice. So over deliver with your customers, who your customers are, like spend more time with them than you say you would. Really look at their campaigns and what their focus is and try to build like best off of what you could do for them. I like it. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, Dino, thank you so much for being on our podcast. We really appreciate you coming on live and taking some time out of your day. I think a lot of people got a lot of great nuggets out of this. It's again, just a phenomenal share. I'm going to go ahead and push this over to myself on the closing comments. But again, thanks for coming on.
Hey, I appreciate it, Carl. It's been a blast, man.
All right, awesome. Thanks. Back to you, Carl. All right, guys, Carl Schickert here, back, and also thanks for listening to our call. I hope you got a lot of content out of this. I hope that there was some aha moments with Dino. Dino's located out in San Diego, and he is absolutely crushing it with his local agency. And not only on top of that, he also does coaching for other agencies on a global scale and has spoke on many stages. Again, really was excited to have him out here. He's kind of getting more into the software business, which is pretty cool, and he's just crushing it, enjoying life. And so I hope you got a lot out of that from him. You could look him up on Facebook, and I'm sure you can find him there. Besides that, if you guys are enjoying this content, I hope that you guys are. And if you are, make sure to like or share or watch some of our other content. If you're coming to us through YouTube, there's probably an area where you can actually join this channel, so that way you'll be notified every time we come out with a new one. If you're on Facebook, I usually do this on my personal Facebook fan page profile. Make sure you like that as well. Make sure you like the actual fan page itself, and that you actually turn the notifications on. So next time we have video content, which we're always sharing, you'll get notified. On top of that, you will find us on 8 or 9 of the top podcasting platforms, and you can find our blog at Medium. Just go to medium.com and search Chatbots and Digital Marketing podcast or Chatbots and Digital Marketing. We should be an option that you can choose there. Make sure to go and join that as a fan as well and give us a couple of claps. You can find all of our show notes there. So you can find the show notes on the actual interview and anything that person might have shared with us, sometimes some freebies and some link backs as well. So make sure you peruse through all that stuff, and make sure you save us on your favorite platform, anywhere from iTunes to Google Play, to Stitcher. We're on most of the top podcasting platforms out there. So, and also Spotify. So make sure you also like our show there, depending on where you found us. All right, so that's the end of today's podcast. Again, hope you got a lot out of it, and make sure to share the love if you did. This is Carl Schickert, and until next time, we'll see you soon.